What's going on, guys? Your boy Kid Clutch, and today we're going to be doing a Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duels deck list of what I think is the best deck in the game right now, and that's Drytrons. The reason why Drytrons are the best deck is because it's a fairly consistent deck when we need like 2-card combos to just make pretty much unbreakable boards. And if you don't believe me, I mean, I'm Plat 1 right now, and I've been Plat 1. If you look at my match history, I've been Plat 1 using this deck for the last 3 seasons. I'm on a 5-game winning streak with this deck, and this deck is broken. So if you don't believe or you have doubts, there's literally proof right here where I've used it 3 straight seasons, has gone Plat 1, and just am destroying the competition in Plat 1. Tri-Brigade is probably the most common deck right now, and this deck does do good against Tri-Brigade, because, I mean, there's no deck that can play through 4 Omni Negates, right? Like, that's almost impossible. And then plus you have, like, other disruptions as well. It's almost impossible unless you draw like 3 cards. And the 3 cards that pretty much don't automatically lose to this deck are Forbidden Droplet, Dark Ruler, and a Kaiju. That's it. So the reason this deck is really good is because obviously you just go into Herald, and he pretty much lets you negate anything by sitting a Light Fairy from your hand. So you can pretty much get him on the board and then get 4 negates plus other disruptions, and you're solid. Plus, you have going second cards, so you don't auto lose against like the mirror matchup or other cards and decks that have a bunch of negates. So there's that. So we'll get started and we'll talk about the Drytron engine. And you play 3 alpha and then 3 zeta. These are standard. You have to play 3 of each of these because they're the standard combo. Alpha and zeta are full combo, 4 negates plus an Appaloosa or a unicorn, whichever one you want to go into it. Then 1 zeta, 1 gamma. You only need 1 of both of them. Their Zeta is, or this is Delta actually. Delta is just there for a different name, and that's it, right? He also has a nice effect where you can show Ritual Monster spell, and you can draw a card. That's nice. It's not the end all be all with this card. It's just another name. Gamma is your other one where you send it from Beta Fafnir, and then you have it for 2 extra monsters on the field, and let you make IP. So that's why it's there. Then you have your Light Fairy engine, which is 3 Herald of Orange Lights. You have 3 Diviner of Herald, 2 Avas. This is the standard as well because 3 Herald of Orange Lights and Diviners because you need Diviners your combo, and then you need the Orange Lights because it's a searchable fairy. Plus, it also is a hand trap negate. So if anything else fails, you use Orange Light and you have a free negate, right? By discarding another Light Fairy, obviously. Also, like if your Herald ever gets like stopped, you at least have a negate. And then you play 2 Ava because you don't need 3. 3 is too much. I guess it is 1 more fairy, but you use this card just to banish 2 light fairies from your grave to search 2, and you don't have an infinite amount in your deck. You only have 6, right? And then maybe like these. But so like you're only really gonna use them twice to get 4 negates first turn, right? And even late game, you're not gonna have any more targets in your deck anyways. There's no point in running 3. I don't ever want to see this in my first hand anyway, so that's also why. I always want to pitch it, so 2 is fine. Then you run hand traps, obviously 3 Maxi because it's broken, 2 Ash because it's standard. Then you run your rituals, which is Natasha, 3 Benton. This card's broken. It loops your whole deck pretty much. Herald of Ultimateness, the Chad himself, and then Drytron Draconoid, the big one. OTKs, it has low disruption, can't be targeted by monster effects. It's really good. You don't make it for going first that often unless you have like a mad material hand. But you usually maybe go in second, or you use it when you try to OTK your opponent because it can attack all special summon monsters your opponent controls. So it has a lot of uses, right? It's also 4,000, so hard to beat. Then the spells, you run 3 Emergency, which is just a Searcher. This searches any Drytron, obviously. 2 Preparites, and then 3 Nova. You can maybe change it to 3 Prep and then 2 Nova. But I like getting Drytrons more than I do like the Rituals. So I think 3 Novas is a little bit better. It makes it a little more consistent. To the Ritual spell, if you don't know, this Ritual spell is broken because you contribute machines that have either the same attack or more attack than the Ritual monster, and all the Drytron 2,000. So Herald is 2,000. You make him. So this guy's 4,000. So you tribute 2 of him. Benton's 1,800. She's 1,000. So every single one of your Drytrons are live for any of these, right? So that's why. And plus, this card, if it's in the graveyard, you can target a Drytron, reduce its attack by 1,000, and then get it. So it pretty much has a lot of recursion as well. And then here you're going second cards. I play against Eldritch a lot, and Cyclone is the best against it because it banishes their annoying traps. It's quick play, so if they have like an Imperial Order or Skill Drain or something, chain this to it. I can't tell you how many games I've won against Eldritch because of these, because of just how solid Cyclone is and how necessary it is going with all these back row heavy decks. And then you need the power card. Going second against the Drytron matchup, mirror match, you need this card. It could also be Dark Ruler no more. I know it's kind of expensive, 3 URs, but they're necessary. The way Master Duel works is you pretty much need to go have a bunch of going second cards along with your main deck engine because it's not a best of 3. So you can't just side you going second deck, so going second cards. So you need these going second cards. So if you end up going second, you don't just auto lose, right? I like this a little bit more because I can OTK second turn instead of Dark Ruler, where it's less like resources, but you don't get to OTK. And against Tri Brigade Zoo, you can't afford that because they have such good recursion that you pretty much need droplets so you can get over their cards or OTK them that turn so they don't have another turn. The Astro deck, it's pretty standard. You have Entes, Arclight. These are sent by Herald. This pops a card, so if they have Imperial Order, and you don't have any Cyclone, this is your only out to it by using her to send this to pop the Imperial Order. And these two search solid. This is Lyrilusk, Downerd, and Zeus. It's just a Zeus package. Lyrilusk can attack directly, so you attack directly, go into Downerd, go into Zeus, which gives you a 4 material Zeus. Pretty solid. 2 Drytron Maker, because they're all level 1s. So solid. Then you have Beta Fafnir. You don't need 2. But sometimes I've missed 2, but I've never been like, oh, if I had 2, I would have won the game. It's like, man, if I had 2, I could have done so much more, right? It's never been like I've not having 2 has lost me a game, but it's more so like I could have had a crazier like follow-up if I've had 2. So take your pick, but I think 1's fine. Beatrice, because it's your play with Herald. You go Diviner and Benton, make her. Send Ava, get 2 fairies, solid. Link Kariba, extenders essentially. You link away, get in the graveyard. Nightmare Ference just need a link too. IP obviously. Unicare, it's just a backup plan of field save. If you kind of break or something, you can still use this. Attach Ava to it. Ritual summon with Unicare to anything, and they get two from +2 from Ava. So Unicorn obviously. Appaloosa, you make this so easily. You can literally make this turn 1 by having Herald. Then you have Beta Fafnir, this, and then IP, and then you just use Beatrice effect to get 2. IP Masquerena link these away for 3 negate Appaloosa, and you have 3 negate Appaloosa plus a 4 negate plus negate Herald. It's broken. And then access over OTKs, right? So this is a deck list. If you guys want to see the actual games I'm going to be playing, you're going to see it soon. But anyway, peace out. All right. Let's see what we can do with this. Okay, we don't have perfect combo, but we have enough, right? So as long as he doesn't have any disruption, doesn't look like he does, we have combo. So defense doesn't matter. All right, so Nova plus Benton is still combo because you just go into Link Rebo off of the alpha, and then you have standard combo. So pretty much what you want to do is you always want to have alpha and like Benton, because alpha lets you kind of keep recurring Benton, and Benton gets you to Herald or Diviner, right? So you summon it, chain link, or not even chain link one. You add Benton, and then Benton triggers Engrave to add Diviner of Herald, right? And then even if he has like something crazy, you still have an orange light to like continue and like negate a hand trap, so you're chilling now. But this guy doesn't have anything unless he has Nibiru. Right, so here you have to normal summon, get that, and then here, because you don't have the Zeta, you have to add the ritual spell, otherwise you won't be able to get the ritual spell any other way. And then, so here what you can do is, what you have to do is you have to ritual summon immediately. Make sure you always use the ritual summon from the Benton Engrave by using the alpha in your hand, in your field. And then you have to make Beatrice here, obviously, because it's like your only play. But the thing about the Beatrice play is instead of sending Ava, which gets you 2 extra negates for your Herald, you have to send Gamma here. Right? And then now you have standard combo. So you use Gamma to tribute your Benton to summon itself, and then the alpha you tributed with for the Benton ritual summon. Then activate Benton to get here. You can get it doesn't really matter. You can get another Benton because yeah. So like this is actually a pretty solid plus right here. You get another Benton. And then make sure you always before you do anything with these two, you activate the ritual spell Engrave to get it back in your hand. Otherwise, you're gonna be kind of like annoyed. Now you do this. Go into the Beta Fafnir. Actually, it didn't matter, but you always want to just so you get an extra card in your hand. You know. Here you can go for Zeta, but here you can honestly go for Delta right here, and then use Delta to tribute your Benton. Special summon. Activates effect to reveal the ritual spell and get a draw, right? Cyber emergency, right? Amazing. Then here you have to add Herald because it's your last way to add it. You can cyber emergency just for the fuck of it. It doesn't matter too much. You could get this. I think this might be a little bit better because it's live. You could do this. Yeah, this probably is better. So this actually is kind of an insane hand. So you do this, tribute the Herald. 2 special. Add the ritual spell. That doesn't really matter. And then you're pretty much golden here because you have this. So obviously you special summon the Herald by using the material from Beta Fafnir. Usually use Gamma. Doesn't matter too much though. Right, and then you go link these two for IP. And then you're good, right? So oh, you can set the droplet as well. Not a big deal. So if you really look at this hand in this board, you have a Herald that omnigates with guaranteed 1 omnigate, and then with the Beatrice on your opponent's turn, you send Ava to get 2 more negates. So you have a 3 negate Herald plus an IP that can go into an Appaloosa, by the way, right? Because you can literally just link off, and link off, or link off into an Appaloosa with 3 monster negates, or you can go into a Unicorn and discard and then send a card back to the graveyard. You have a Droplet to negate anything and have attack, right? So you have a really, really good board right here, right? I like to toggle on because I like to chain Beatrice on the draw phase. And there you have it, right? And you also have a Maxi. Like that's also something you have to remember. You literally have a Maxi here, so you can rip a Maxi and just draw your other 2 negates. You have 5 negates, or you could just use it as discard fodder for anything. So you have like a guaranteed discard with your Drytron Ritual Spell. That's why you always bring it back. Okay, he has a Kaiju, right? So typically when I do this, I like if he does that, first I'll just Maxi him, and then I'll chain this, and I'll go into Appaloosa. And then I kind of, if he's playing Cyber Dragon here, I don't want to go into this, go and put in here. So I think I might do Beatrice. So I have a 3 negate Appaloosa still, right? So he even tributed my Herald, and I still have an Appaloosa that has 3 negates, right? So, and then he's playing Cyber Dragon, so I don't want him to just special summon Cyber Dragon and then like contact fuse it away with my Edge Deck monster, and then so I don't know if he's, so I obviously can't negate that. Oh, he's not playing Cyber Dragons. Okay. Right, so it's unfortunate, but it does seem like he's playing a lot of kaijus in his main deck, right? So like, I mean, that's gonna happen. And like I said, like the only really way to actually beat this deck, if you go first full combo, is if they have Dark Ruler, Forbidden Droplet, or a kaiju. That's really it. Um, this guy just so happens to have a kaiju, but like, look, even through a kaiju, we literally have a 3 negate Apollosia, so pretty solid. And you have Orange Light that lets you negate any other monster effects. You have pretty much 4 monster negates, plus a droplet, and then plus anything you get off Maxi. So, see what happens here. Damn, 4 tokens? No. So now you have two monster negates in your hand, so you can't do anything. Don't need to activate that. So now, ooh, an Ash. So now you have like a billion plays. You can honestly just summon the Herald again and continue to have negates. But I can try to OTK here. Let me see what I can do. So you have a bunch of live cards. I think it's best if we do something like this. Do I have the second ritual spell in here? Yeah, I do. So can I this pitch this special reveal, draw another maxi. Here we can do this. Alright, so then what we want to do is we're going to go alpha, tribute. You can tribute this in your hand. Add the Drytron. This is going to be your way to... they're all special summons, so I can just attack all of them and then try to have game on board. So then with these two, let's link away for Unicorn, right? Unicorn, discard 1. Activate Unicorn. You can discard pretty much anything here. I don't think I need an Ash here, so... return some, like a non-token, obviously. Draw a card. Another droplet, oh my god. So, just so I can have peace of mind, let's do this. Right, let's Ritual Summon the Herald by using Fafnir's other tribute. Then we can go to access code. We have game, easy game. So then we can do this. Go into Gamma. Right, tribute this. To special summon this. Special summon the doesn't matter. Right, and then use it to summon him. 1, 2. And then last but not least, we go into an access code. Okay, so then now you just go into battle phase. This guy can attack all of the special summon monsters. and this goes for, and you have 3 negates, so maybe a battle fader or something, you win. Yep, and there you have it. Pretty much full combo off of like a really, not even a crazy hand, to be honest. Alright, so I wanted to show off this other combo. So if you look at right here, we have pretty much the secondary combo, but we have Nova and Alpha, so we still have combo. So even if he has Ash, which he doesn't, we had it anyway. So you just Nova and then use Alpha to pop the Nova, special summon Alpha, add Benten. Doesn't really matter because you already have a Benten, right? You also have a Herald. Let's just do standard. So who cares about the other 2 cards in your hand, right? I'm doing standard combo, and then whatever else we have in our hand is what we're playing with, right? So you add this, right? So like, then you activate Benten's effect. Here, you normally you go for Herald, right? You go for Diviner. You go into Beta Fafnir. Send Gamma. Normal summon Herald. Activate Herald's effect. Pitch you. Activate Divine Herald of Arclight's effect to search. Here you can pretty much choose any of them because you have all of them. I typically like to get the second ritual just in case you need it, but it's either like, so you don't need to get any of these 3 because you can search them. One of these 2 is the one you can't search at all. So if you're feeling, you can get this or you can go for this. I think I'll get this. And then you just have to, ritual summon, and it's the same combo at this point. Doesn't matter which one you send. You go here. They don't have Nibiru because this is 5 summons. But, you know, just in case. Like, just in case you always want to be sure. You go into Beatrice. You can wait immediately, right? So, it's fine. And even at this point, right? So, here's where you get the more negate Herald. You activate Ava's effect. Pitch these 2 that are dead in your grave anyway. And you search the Herald. And then you search Diviner. Now, the only annoying thing is that next turn, because we drew the Herald, we can't search it, but it's like you already have it anyway, right? So we already have 4 negates on your Herald, right? So there's nothing to worry about here. You go into use Gamma's effects to go into and tribute Benton. Here, special summon. Is he gonna quit? Come on. But you can see, like, the other combo, it takes a little bit more, like, stuff to get around, because you have, see, he just scoops, because either his connection failed, I believe, but he probably just rage quit, because there's no way he can do anything.